Welcome back, guys, and today I'm here with our final round in the Steam Showdown, round 5. Just for an update in the standings of it, I am currently 2-2 and I'm 16th in the tournament, which isn't particularly great. I didn't realise how important OMW opponent match wins would be, because Legend is also 2-2 and yet he's 9th, which is a bit of a kick in the balls, but we're going to try and go into this last round and win. It's always nice to go positive on a record, but it's not looking good because we're playing another Temur deck, and it's a Temur ramp deck, LionHeart's Temur ramp, and it's literally just it's pretty much like the worst matchup I could have asked for. It's basically packed, except slightly better in my favour, just because instead of planar outburst, we've got Radiant Flames. But I mean, apart from that, all the pieces are there. It's a standard ramp deck, 4 moss. All the life gain, all the scary bombs. And he's got so many ways to slow me down with the Bounding Crisis. All the ways to slow me down with Bounding Crisis. Woodland Wanderers are a nightmare. It's just an awful matchup. My enchantments do nothing because he has 2 reclamation stages plus a woodland bellower to fetch it up. I'm not very confident going into this. As you can see, we're playing it very early on in the week, so I haven't had time to do a reconnaissance. But I played with this deck a bit, and to be honest, it's pretty solid. It's a standard ramp, really. I don't really agree with him being in blue, though. I'll throw it out there. He's only in for Bounding Crisis and Brutal Expulsion, and he's only in red for Brutal Expulsion and Radiant Flames and Rolling Thunder. It's basically almost mono green ramp, and just with a very light splash in both directions. I mean, if I was going to join blue, I'd probably throw in the Drowners of Hope, and probably support the Water Veil as well. And if I was going into red, I'd probably get Omnath in there. But it's still going to be a formidable deck, and we're just going to try and get this out of the way, and hopefully we end positive. I think so far in the tournament we've actually, I probably should say good luck, shouldn't I? That would be nice. Where are we? LionHeart, send message. Good luck, man. And now I'll invite him, and this will be a very intense moment. So, there we go. Invite said. And I mean, I think I just need to go what I did in like the previous round, is have 3-drop, 4-drop, and then just hope he doesn't outmuscle me. But with Acid Moss in the equation, it's not particularly peachy, and it's not like versus Juice, which was another time I had Acid Moss on the other side, where his deck couldn't really support Moss. Like I said, this is almost a mono green deck, so it can definitely, it's unreasonable to suggest that he won't be able to cast Moss on turn 4. Okay, we're having a bit of trouble with the invites. Shall send it over. And if this doesn't work, he'll have to send me an invite, and that's going to be a nightmare, because that means absolutely nothing. But it means I'm away, and I think every match I've invited, I've won. I like to spread that rumor about myself. But so far, actually, in the tournament, I think I'm actually mimicked. Okay, yeah, he's saying he'll try. So far, I think I've actually mimicked Mobius's record exactly game for game, which I think is quite funny. Yeah, I think he lost his first round, then he won his second, then he lost his third, and then he won his fourth. Although to be fair, I can't remember if he lost his fourth or third. Either way, he was 2-3, and he lost this round, which let's hope that doesn't mimic. And we've got in, damn it. But this is it. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The final round. I don't think I can qualify without some insane luck from my previous round's opponents, so I'm not too stressed about this game. Down in 17th, I'm not even sure if there's a possible way of victory for me. But we're going to try it. And damn it, I want to go positive with Temur. One of us needs to go positive with Temur. And no green mana means no keep. One land hand means no keep. Okay. He's mulling down as well. I don't have any blue, but I think this is as good as it's going to get on 6. So I mean, I've got a twin bolt in hand essentially, but I mean I can't risk going down anymore. I know he went down to 5, but if I I think at one point you just have to kind of keep a hand that might turn into something good. But I don't think going down any further is going to get me anywhere. So I have to hope I rip a Gatekeeper Vine. I rip Kum Firebird would be pretty good as well, or a blue source. There's plenty of draws in my deck which can turn this into a thing. I just have to hope he stumbles more than me, and what was it? Not the way we both wanted to start, and that's not a good draw. I guess if he tries to turbo out a turn 4 from beyond. But this deck doesn't mulligan well, so I tend to keep something decent. It looks like his hand was serviceable. If he's got the 3 mana ramp here, I mean I'm most likely facing Moss. I'm actually decently equipped for Moss right now. I don't have a blue source out. So if he just mosses away a red, I've got plenty in reserve, and I've got the answer for this. So most likely we're facing turn 4 Moss, but at least we've got the answer for Nissa. I mean, I've got Radiant Flames, and it's probably the only target in his deck that I'll actually hit. But we shall see. I've had plenty of turns. There's the blue source that comes in tapped. I have to play it out now. I can't hold back any longer. I mean, I guess I could have played another land, waited another turn, another 2 turns, just to keep up the hexproof if I needed it. But I mean, if he's got the moss, he's got the moss. He's got the moss. So this game is basically over. I mean, if I play Rootbound Crag there, I have to wait, and that's 1 turn. This next turn I would have done nothing. Then the turn after I would have played the tap land. I mean, all this time he's still just ramping up. I'm not going to win any late game, but I don't know. We did have a good hand, and maybe I don't think I could have thrown it away though. I just needed some sort of action, and what have I drawn? I've drawn Twin Bolts, Radiant Flames, a Reclamation Sage. None of this stuff is particularly good in this matchup. And I did draw a blue source, but it was unfortunately blown up by Moss. I don't know. I don't think we can go below 6. With that hand, I've got decent mana, apart from missing the colour. Yeah, this is over. I need to double up on Radiant Flames plus Twin Bolt if I hit a blue source off the top here. Well, I'll be damned. This actually works out decently well. Get to tap that thing down and put a 3/3 on the field. And then the turn after, I would have to. I mean, do I almost don't play the Krasis here if that's my plan to? Because my only way to deal with that is Radiant Flames plus Twin Bolt in hand. So I'm almost tempted not to play out the Krasis. Depends what he drops here. If he drops like an Oblivion Sir or Gaia's Revenge, then obviously we're not going to play it out. Acid Moss. Well, we might as well play it now because it's mute. Because the blue source is going away next turn. Well, I've always said this deck can generally recover from 1 Moss. It can't recover from 2. Especially on a multi 6. And we were already missing the colour in opening hand. Well, we're just going to have to go for the burn approach right now, I think. Even though it's... If we attack, we just get hit for 5 and then we're in a bad situation. But I mean, if we have to do the block plus Twin Bolt, we can do that. The turn after. We can we can do that the turn after if we want to block and Twin Bolt. Obviously that's a terrible play, but Not really too many options at this point. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's one off Ulamog if he's got it in his hand. I mean, his start was slow as well. He had turn 3 Nissa, then 2 Mosses, but I just didn't have the start to punish him. So we need a blue source off the top to Radiant Flames. No, we're just dead. I really don't see a way out with this. Yeah, I can't see. I need to hit like 2 more lands plus two more lands plus. Can't even think of the word. Two more lands plus second Radiant Flames. Otherwise, we are pretty screwed here. Just gonna point that there, and then I don't know if I draw like. There's nothing I can draw. Second Twin Bolt doesn't do anything. Yeah, this is just over. I mean, I'll do my whole trade with the Wanderer plus Twin Bolt, but yeah. Does he have the Ulamog in his hand? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, he's activating the vents, which means probably a land in his hand. Almost time to just trade off there instead, but I think I have to. Either way, I want a 2-turn clock, it really doesn't matter. I'll just take out the thing with the highest toughness. But yeah, that was just a poor draw, plus 2 moss. I don't even think the blue sources really would help me. I didn't draw any more blue spells. That's off the top of our deck. Hey, look at you. I mean, I can chump it for a turn, but there is no coming back from this game, so. Actually, I'm dead either way to the Lumbering Falls, so. Never mind, that's just the game you put behind you. He mulled to 5 though, to be fair. It looked like his 5 was stronger than my 6. I mean, what could have... Do I think I've got to keep that hand. I don't think even after that clusterfuck, I don't think I can mull that hand away on 6 and go like. Okay, now you go ahead. And I've got Spawn Shaddai who's actually watching this stream live, and he's not very impressed with the moss I saw across from me. But I'm not sure if you can see the chat messages, but it's rated R, put it that way, and then but I mean, I think you've got to keep. I mean, I'm missing blue, that sucks, but if I go down to 5 and like I hit a 1 lander or I'm missing another colour, there's just less chance either way. I think with that hand, if I can rip a Gatekeeper or a blue source early on and then just get some action going. I just didn't really draw anything action like. I think we really only had the Krasis. There was no Woodland Wanderers, there was no, castable Whirler Rogues. He's on the play this time. Okay, what have we got? 2 land hand with... I can't keep against a potential turn 4 Moss. This is terrible, but it's... I mean, at least my Sky Spawner punches this turn 4 Moss slightly. With the... I hit him for 3 if he does turn 4 Moss me. But I mean, I've only got 1 red source. So, I might try and bait him thinking I've only got 1 blue and see if he targets that. But... I mean, this is a terrible matchup, and yeah, that's really all I've got to say. So I mean, I'm gonna play 1 blue source out if I can. Okay, that works. I mean, he does have 2 sages, like I said, but I mean, I'm not gutted in this situation if he just blows it up next turn. And if not, then I mean, don't know. Maybe I can start sacrificing Scions to get some action going. But let's see if he's got it. He doesn't. Okay, so I'm gonna try and bait him thinking we've only got 1 blue. So then he targets the blue over the... I mean, he's gonna go for the he's gonna go for the Gilgate either way, probably. But it's my best situation. I'm sitting with 2 blue in hand, so it's my best hope to fight against the Moss. Up he, yeah, we go turn 4 Moss again. Goes for the blue. Hey, I'm a tactical genius. Let it be said, that's the best play that anyone's ever made in this tournament, and that's a fact. Okay, so I mean, if he's got the second one, we're dead either way. But morally, we won. That's all that matters. I'm going to be sacrificing this Scion end step. I don't see any reason to do it now. To try and find ourselves like a kick. It's sad that I'm digging for Geiki Revines just to keep my mana going. But unless it's blue, does he have the second Moss? Oblivion Sower would be the nightmare situation, I think. Turn 4 ramp to turn 5 bomb. But apart from that, I mean, we've got a 2-power flyer. If he doesn't have removal, there's the second Moss. He goes for the blue again. It's better than going for the red at this situation, but now we don't have double blue for Whirler Rogue. There's the Vine. I mean, I guess if I'd done that last turn, I could have played the Vine the turn before. But I mean, I've got a spare turn going this turn either way, judging by the beautiful scene we're seeing across. I mean, to be brutal, and this isn't a criticism at LionHeart at all. I want that to be made clear. What was I going to say? This is the reason I really haven't been playing online much anymore, just because you just see this online, and it's because it's a tournament. I really don't actually mind. This may sound weird. I really don't mind seeing it. No, I need to get in on tap land so I can actually do something turn 4. So I'm gonna grab a blue here. I mean, I could have actually got these at Gilgate. That was probably better. But what was I gonna say? But just because it's a tournament, I don't really mind seeing Moss, because it's a tournament. It's meant to be the best decks and stuff. But when you're trying to play casually online, it kind of hurts your feelings when you're trying to play with like allies, and then every match is either red deck wins or Moss at the minute. It's not a good time to be playing online, I think. But we'll persevere. He's on an 8-turn clock. I'm sure a ramp deck can't do anything to interact with the Sky Spawner in 8 turns. I mean, we do have the Whirl Rogue next turn. Oh, look at that. I thought we were almost safe for a second. I mean, this may seem stupid, but I'm turboing out the Flame Shadow next turn because there's no way I win this game without it. I go Flame Shadow into Whirler Rogue just to provide a bunch of chump blockers and shit, and then I take it from there. That's really my win condition. I mean, I could Wonder Wanderer. That would probably be the more sensible play, but we're not here to be sensible. We're here to have Flame Shadow try and buy us out of a game. He didn't have the removal for Evolutionary League. I'm going to keep attacking. I've got the Firecraft. If I can get him down to 4, he's dead. He's taking me down to 12. I mean, he could just Ulamog me here and then I'm dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can't actually Ulamog me now, but second Guy's Revenge would probably be the worst. But I mean, I'm making 5 chump blockers next turn. So I can keep this train rolling, and then if he kills the Whirler Rogue, I can Green Warden to get back the Whirler Rogue and just do it all over again. Just depends on how much of what he's got in his hand. I think if he's got nothing else, if them 4 cards here land, I think I can win this. But judging by how he didn't activate the vents, he's most likely got something else. And if he's got a Reclamation Sage, which he top decked, I won't be best pleased. Because this is how this deck beats the ramp. Like, bear in mind that this draw was terrible and he's mossed me twice. This is how this deck beats ramp. We've got the Flame Shadow Evil Leap. Flame Shadow is just going to allow us to keep attacking with the hasted guys, while making enough chump blockers to hold back his non-trample stuff. Because that's actually one of Ramp's weaknesses. Hardly any of its stuff has trample. It's like a Thopter Spy Network can hold back like a 12/12 Outland Colossus without help. That's kind of the situation. There's a Woodland Wanderer, and just on time for me to have my anti-trample ramp, anti-trample talk in ramp, and he finds the one guy which does actually have trample. Bounding Crisis is great as well. I can tap down both of his creatures because, you know, green. But I mean, I'm going to get all the value I can this turn. But eventually I'm going to have to start worrying about blocking more carefully now. That's huge. Okay, so I'm going to get as much damage as possible. We're going to do that. And then attacking for 4, he's down to 10. We have a Firecraft in hand, so he's basically on 6 life. We have 4 flyers in the air. We could actually almost take this game. If he has Rolling Thunder, we're just dead, but Radiant Flames, we're dead. Just gotta hope he doesn't have it. And then, I mean, we have the lethal in the air right now, if he doesn't have any interaction. Although we actually are going to be losing some of our stuff. Okay, he's got Radiant Flames. Completely mute. I can't beat that. 2 Moss, the Sweeper, Guy's Revenge, Bloodlong Wanderer. I can't beat that. Oh well. We did our best. Exactly lethal as well, which hurts. We nearly got out of that. That's the scary thing, because Bounding Crisis taps his stuff down to stall us some time. We just needed him not to have the Sweeper, which he did. But I didn't go into that matchup with high hopes. I don't think I did anything badly like any day on a multi-6. But 2 and 3, we have fulfilled Mobius's destiny in this team showdown. I hope he lost round 3 rather than round 4, because I think that'd be a great coincidence. And okay, everyone's talking to me now, so I'm gonna say, well, that's me out the tournament. That's Temur's out. And to be honest, it was too fancy a deck. I was kind of, I mean, I'm not sure if I've said this, but this deck had pretty insane results when I was testing. I think I must have played 50 games with it, and that's not an exaggeration. And I think I only lost 2 before I submitted it, and they were to like red deck wins. So I was just getting the god draws every game. It was pretty biased. And it wasn't the deck for the tournament because it doesn't beat ramp, because ramp obviously beats midrange. And on the matchups, I think I needed to beat Marnell, and I mean, I could have beat Marnell if he didn't hit my red source. And I mean, I'm not going to say I got unlucky, and that's why I lost every single match I lost. Like that last game, I just got wrecked. And I've got no qualms. There was no 4 Mosses, I guess, kind of sad, but at the end of the day, he's running 8 essentially in them 2 games, so it's not too unlikely. But I mean, against Marnell, I was like 1 turn off. He's like 10-minute victory, and then it all went south. Pact, he top decked the Planar Cleansing, but I mean, at the same time, it was unlikely that I would need like 2 really powerful draws to beat Pact. So I mean, beating Marnell, I'd be 3 and 2 right now, and my OMW would probably be slightly better, but I think I'm reasonably happy. It's been fun playing either way. I did get a Flame Shadow victory against last round against Right Justice, and changes I'd make to the deck, I'd probably get Rolling Thunder would go away for a land. I mean, sadly, I'd probably say, I'd like to say I'd take out the Flame Shadows, but they'd probably just go for something boring like Brutal Expulsion. And then apart from that, I don't know. It's not the deck for the time right now, considering how much ramp there is. But it's been fun, and I mean, I'm not going to be in the top 8, so I'm not sure if the coverage will stop. But I don't know. Like maybe I'll do what Sponge Die's doing right now, where he's live streaming. He's watching me live. So maybe if someone can't record, I might jump in and like commentate the game for them. Which I don't know. We'll see. We don't even know who's going to make top 8 yet, but it's not going to be me. So yeah, I had fun. Probably my favourite matches were against Wright. I loved our decks, how we just didn't have to worry about sweepers or anything. He didn't get good draws, sadly, but what else I like? I didn't really like. I hated the Deuce match. That was the worst time in the tournament for me. The Deuce matchup, because I fucking hate playing against his deck. 4 Moss, counter spells, sweepers. It was just a nightmare. But we'll end it here. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and go follow other people. I mean, there's plenty of other YouTubers. LionHeart's got a YouTube channel. There's Light, Kryder, Legend. Who else is uploading? Bo. Or Boo, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Who else? Well, there's loads of people. I mean, they're all on the front page. And you can go watch the videos on this tournament if you want to see how everyone else is getting along. But I will leave you there. I mean, I'm going to be fairly honest and say I'm not sure if my video is going to be very consistent until the expansion drops. I mean, I've got a lot of time right now. I'm not even going to use that as an excuse. I'm like busy. It's just like I said. I mean, like whenever I go online, it seems I'm either getting time stalled, people pausing every turn, or I mean, I even had someone add me and start flaming me the other day on Steam, which was pretty impressive. But and I mean, apart from that, it's just such a stale meta of Moss slash red deck wins at the minute. Like I'm going online doing my dailies, and then I'm going offline at the minute. So I wouldn't say. Plus, I mean, they've got really no new decks either. What have we got? That's my Thopter's deck, LionHeart's deck. It's my Rakdos aggro, which I've been trying to have fun with, but it's hard at the minute. Just another copy of Temur, which I do to the front. I mean, and as you can see, we're back to no new decks. I haven't really been inspired to build anything. But I'm sure you're sick of me rambling right now, so I'd like to say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.